YouTube, what is up, guys? So, you asked some questions on my Facebook, and I'm going to scroll through them and answer a handful, okay? And I'm going to wave this press around, and then I'm going to... Well, that was... I've been sitting out, clearly. Let's do this. Oh my gosh, there's over 1,000. I'm going to answer a small slice of these. Well, Basquith asked about 5 different questions, and I'm just gonna say yes to all of the above, buddy. Andrew Burt says, do you think your son will become a good skater? And, I honestly... My son is obsessed with skateboarding. He is constantly carrying a fingerboard around. Every time he sees a board, he wants to roll on it, and he loves it. So there's a good chance he's going to be pretty passionate about skateboarding. If not, it's no big deal because I'm not going to push anything onto him. Whatever he wants to do, he can do. But I think naturally, he's really loving skateboarding, so hopefully he sticks with it. Oscar says, what happened to the Revenge/Revive wheels? And wheels are still happening. Internet, do not panic. It's just I've got 1,000 things on my plate right now, and I promise you I will get to creating wheels this year. It's going to happen. So, calm your comments, people. Owen says, if I come visit you, will you play Magic cards with me? And absolutely. If I have a moment and there's Magic cards in front of me, we're playing, buddy. Abby says, how much do you like Mikey the Duckling? And I have seen Mikey the Duckling, and I think he's probably the cutest dude out right now, aside from, you know, my child. But animals go... pretty darn cute. Jimmy says, what's the best advice you could give to someone looking to start a skate company? And to anybody starting any company, just do your research. Use Google.com and figure out what you need to do. Don't just go out into the world and be like, I declare a company, because that doesn't work. Do your research in anything in life. Even just educate yourself. Matt says, when was the last time you didn't wear a red shirt? And, well, I don't sleep in a shirt, so there's that. But last time I wore a shirt without having a red shirt on underneath was when I was 14 years old. A long time ago. Justice says Italian or Mexican food. Mexican! That's not a question. Italian's good, but Mexican. All day. Every day. Literally. For the rest of my life, I can do it. Oh, you're a sock. Oscar says, what is your favorite kind of pizza? And, oh, geez, there's a lot of food questions. I would say buffalo chicken. And then I would smile weird after I said it. Theo asks, do you keep your broken decks? And no, I would have over 1,000 decks. It would be ridiculous. I'd have a whole room dedicated to it, and I don't want to go there. Tony says, will there be any new product? And I don't know if you haven't been paying attention, but we've had tons of new stuff in the last month. We released a skate video, we released hats, we released new shirts, new decks, so we got a lot of stuff out right now that's new. But yeah, as always, in a couple months we'll release new stuff, and we'll keep it going. Matt asks, before Revenge, what job did you have? And well, during Revenge, for the most part, I had a job because Revenge wasn't on the same level as Revive was. And but when I started this whole YouTube thing, I had 3 jobs outside of trying to do YouTube. I served tables, which was never fun. That is not a fun gig. I worked for a tutor in your home company, which is where like I administered tests to like elementary school kids before they received tutoring. And then I worked at a racetrack, like in the parking lot, which was like the most mellow job ever. I like would play handheld video games or read a book, and I would get paid for it. As like cars came by and like gave me money, I'd be like, okay, cool, go. That was pretty cool. But I'm really thankful to be where I'm at right now. This is a lot better off. So work hard and get to where you want to be, people. Jason says, are you ever going to sponsor people? And I mean, if you watch our recent full video, we have a whole team. So yes, I do. We do sponsor people already. Yo. Jacob asks, what was my college major? First it was electronics media, then I switched it to like communications, and that's it. Not that exciting of an answer. Oh, this was good. Luke asks, have you considered quitting skating but changed your mind? And no, I love skateboarding. I feel like if you truly love something, that never actually fully leaves you, you know? So, I mean, I'll be 80 years old, and I'm going to see a good hand draw and be like, you know what? I could kick around that still if I really tried, but I couldn't because I'll be 80 and my body will crumble. But you know, in my crazy 80-year-old head, I'm gonna still be a skateboarder. Think I can do that? So no, I could never quit skating fully. All right, whatever. You're good. You got me. You'd be bad at baseball. Lauren asks, are you going to send stuff to the UK? I mean, if you're talking about my product, we've been sending products. We've been selling worldwide, including to the UK, for years now, so yes, I will continue sending stuff to the UK. Colin says, do you think Revive will become an independent company one day? Independent meaning that you'll make your own boards rather than order them, and no. 95% of the industry does not make their own boards. They go through, like, there's only so many wood presses out there that make boards, so a lot of the stuff you're skating is the same wood as another company, but it's more of a headache, especially when you start selling a lot of decks. Like, that's a gigantic operation, and when the operation is going smooth and it's easier, you know, it's like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to me. So, I have a wood press that I completely believe in, and I love our wood, and not a lot of other people use it. So, no reason to switch that up. Roach says, have you ever done drugs? And I'm pretty sure I answered this. Another one, no, I've never done any drugs, which I feel like people that watch my videos and like see how weird I am, they automatically think that I'm on drugs. But, you know, typically when people do drugs, they mellow out. I mean, there's some that make you crazy, you know, but no, either way, I've not done any. Tim says Godzilla or King Kong. Godzilla, all the way. I mean, King Kong's okay, but it's a freaking gigantic lizard breathing, you know, fights metal versions of himself. They can't get any better than that. Noelle says the hardest thing about growing up, which she meant what? What is the hardest thing about growing up? I would say the hardest thing is dealing with everybody else's uncertainty. Like, everyone else is like trying to figure themselves out. So you have a good friend, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, no, I want to be a firefighter now. And then like, oh no, I want to break your heart and go do this, and like, it's just a chaotic time. No one knows what they're doing, and for me, I was just like, you people are crazy, like, whoa. But I had a lot of great friends that I still have today, so I got lucky. But dealing with everything else around you, I feel like, is the hardest part of growing up. Luke says, any pranks coming out soon? And yes, as soon as I get some warm weather, I need to do a prank so bad. I've been horrible doing pranks lately, so those are on my to-do list, okay? And so is pounding with things when I say it. It makes it more emphatic. Oh, it's late. Christian says, have you ever blacked out after slamming? And one time, the first time I ever hit my head, I didn't hit it that hard, but it kind of knocked me out, and then I woke up probably like 30 seconds later, and I thought it was like, I had no idea what day it was crazy, and I just was yelling, help me. Like, I was just lying there on the ground going, help me, help me, and like, I wasn't meaning to, and I was like, thinking to myself, like, why am I yelling, help me? And then my friends came rushing over, and like, what just happened? And I was like, I don't know, I think I hit my head, and I stood up, and I started like walking up the gap that I'd just been skating, and I just fell over. Like, I was so dizzy and disoriented, and then I told my friends, I was like, you guys can laugh, I know that was funny. And then a few moments later, my head was thinking clearly again, and I was like, that was kind of crazy. And I stopped skating. At least that gap. Jay says, would you ever make a movie of Yesterday Raced? If so, please PM me. Well, I'll answer it here. Yes. I would love for a movie to be made of Yesterday Raced, but I would want it to be done by other, you know, like people that could do it right. Because I'm just not in the place. I don't have time to like actually get a whole crew together and cast people. But that'd be awesome. Yeah, so someone in the film industry, get at me. That'd be cool. As long as I can have a cameo, I want to be in it in some aspect. Daniel says, are you planning on making another full skate video and or book? And yes, I am definitely going to write another book, and we are already planning, kind of brainstorming for the next Survive video, and that should be out in about 2 years. So get psyched for it. And I think that's it, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up here. If you want to read my first book, I'll put the info down below, and then we just released Live, Skate, Die, since I just answered that question. So links for both those are down below. But thank you for asking questions. I had a good time doing this. And if you want to get in on this, you can follow me on my Facebook. I'll put the URL right here. Just go to that URL, and it's down in the info. Everything is down in the info. But I'll every once in a while I post something, say, hey, ask me questions, and you guys have a chance there, and then I go through them and answer them. I know there's a lot, and I'm sorry I didn't get to you know, 99% of them, but I tried to answer questions that a lot of people were asking. So thank you guys, and I will see you in the future. And I am not eating this pretzel. That was a mistake. Laptop done. Ooh, that was kind of rough.